My name is Alex Zamaron. I'm 20 years old. I was born and raised here in San Antonio, Texas. I will be talking about leadership. That is my interpersonal thingy. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be saying completely, even though I am still camera shy from myself, even when I am looking. But that's not the point. Well, the point is of leadership, it always takes time to understand what you must do, how do you cooperate with the team or others, or even by yourself, to understand that leadership takes time to undermine or underline the situations of anything. A team always needs somebody in charge. They need to take point. They always need to know what's going on. I for too understand that I'm also a leader myself. People see that in me. My friends, even my doctors, or my own artwork that I also still learn from. They'll know a little bit more than I do, personally. I may have come up with thousands of ideas of my own, but that's not the point as well. Leadership is most of all dedication, understanding, and cooperating, and also learning to take advice from others. Whether it's someone else that's also a leader, you might want to take some advice. It helps. It helps others. So you can build up your own confidence. Pretty much. I don't understand what else I'm supposed to be doing as a leader, but all I know is that it must be all about responsibility. It's all about responsibility. And without that, then the team is not a team or anything. If you're not a leader, you can also try to take matters into your own hands or sharing it. It's best to listen out to everybody. It's better to listen to everyone's ideas. It helps with planning. That's important. Without planning and hearing other ideas or thoughts, criticism as well, it's best if you take charge and ask others to do something for you. It's what also we have to do to take matters into our own hands. But it's also the type of job that people must take to learn, adapt, and apply it to real life situations. It's how people create businesses, take charge, and dedication. No matter who it is or what you are. Or sometimes you may not know how to lead. But the most important thing about that is by learning from other point of view. Viewing it from someone's eyes. Learning from someone else's point of view. You step in their shoes, like undercover bosses. Just because they are like that doesn't mean you also have to learn what it's like to be your own leader and your own follower. That's how people take the time and learn about how they feel. Leadership happens to... Leadership is a tough skill that everyone in the world needs. Doesn't matter who it is or what they are. Like good old Raphael. Yeah, Raphael. Sup, dogs? I'm Raphael. I'm the leader of my team, my family. And yes, in this dimension I am. Ho ho, whoa! You think you could ever learn from my brother? I'm the leader of everything. I've always been the leader in every other Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series. But I'm not in charge? That's just crazy. Ah, don't give up like that, Leo. I totally understand you. Just listen to Dr. Delicate Touch. Donnie, get over here! What? Oh, hey, I'm on camera. Sup? I'm Donatello, and yes, leadership is not as easy as it seems. Like my big brother Raphael would do. But that's how it happens. He's taken us into battle, learning, and also understanding our feelings. Just keep asking him. Yes, the turtles always looked upon Leonardo. That's my example, my true example. But things can change once in a while. One small detail that's always changed, that's not bad. I mean, we've always seen Leonardo take charge of his family because Master Splinter saw something in him, because most of all, Leonardo was dedicated to everything. But instead, it was Raphael from the Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was the leader throughout the entire series. He was dedicated, loving, caring, just like he would always be in every other Turtles, except that he wasn't the leader. Things change. Things can understand from a different point of view between Leonardo and Raphael. Or best yet, we take it from the other great leader throughout cartoon history, Optimus Prime, leader of the Autobots. Yes, Optimus Prime is another perfect example, I would say. Optimus Prime has dedicated his life to protect his own kind, to defend his home planet, and defend our planet, Earth, with his Autobots, his friends, the people he cares about. Earth is like a second home to him. And it's true, it is a second home to him. But Cybertron will always be his home. But that's not the point. It's about defending what's right and what freedom is all about. Optimus was chosen to be the leader of the Autobots. He didn't just walk up and do so. He was chosen by the Matrix of Leadership because they saw something in him. Potential. Courage. Heart. He had heart. No matter who it is, what takes place, he will always be there to defend and live. Freedom is the right for all sentient beings, like us, machines, animals, even though they don't talk. But sentient means life to me. And life is important. It's how we all look through each other's eyes, and who you idolize, who you want to be, where you want to be in life. It takes time. It takes time, experience, and that's up to you where you want to take that experience. I may not have a word for it or have any words. I may be thinking them, but I don't know how to say it. You must learn to take matters into your own hands, like a true leader, or not. Leadership also comes from experience from within. Whether you might had it from the past, from some ancestor, or probably picked it up. It's how it works in life. I understand how that truly works. But we all have our ways, our own methods. We share them, we take charge. Yes, I will say take charge again and again, because take charge means responsibility. And without responsible people in the world, where will that lead us?
I have to do anything to help.
Sorry. That right there was an accident. But that line did kind of make sense on what you had to do. I don't know what it was about, but that's not important. Sometimes I don't even understand why people look up to me. Why? I don't know what I have. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's my words. Maybe it's my inspirational advice. It's not always inspirational, but it's advice. Sometimes it may not have happened with me before, but I truly understand the gesture and feeling, even though I had probably had something like it. But whenever someone looks up to me like that, they always ask my advice for anything, whether I know it or not. The best part is to try, learn, adapt, and process, and experience, and have experience along the way, whether you learn from your mistakes or not. Learning is important. Never stop learning, even if you are a leader. That's what I always say, and that's what I always pick up. And you have to try things from another point of view. Yes, I will say that again. I will say that as many times until somebody would stand up for themselves and also learn to take charge for themselves and help others and guide others. That's how it learns. So you can also inspire for someone else to be the leader one day. You might want to step down as a leader and probably learn or just share it. Sharing is important. Co-leaders is always important as well. You share the responsibility with somebody to help take charge, learn to jot things down faster, but also careful. It helps you guide and also learn from others. And you need to learn from others, or you're just gonna fall apart. Everything crumbles and you can't put it back together, because what if they were crushed like a cookie? Yes, I would love to see that happen to me. I would love to show you how it happens, but to tell you the truth, it'll always be there. Whether you fail as a leader, you learn from it. You learn from your mistakes. You own that mistake. You take matters into your own hands that way. Yes, and yes. Gotta take charge for your own responsibilities. Like Master Splinter has to care for his entire family. I will always be there for my sons. Yes. But instead of this, Master Splinter is actually a lazy bum. What was that? Nothing, Master Splinter. Yeah, I like to play around, joke a lot. But most of all, sometimes a leader has to take other advice from other leaders. It makes people learn, adapt, and also experience new things, new techniques. Methods. Yes, methods are really important. If you don't learn from them, how would you learn from anything? How would you survive one thing? I don't know what that might be. That's for someone to tell me. I would love to know. And I still learn every day. What it has to do with anything? What does anything have to do with anything? That's important. That's really, really, really important. And I would take that and also apply it to what I have. It can actually change things. You can change your methods. You can actually change things up in a different point of view by, I don't know, you tell me. That's what you have to tell me. I would love to hear some feedback from that. Tons. And it doesn't matter if it's good or bad, because you gotta hear all options. Like Raph, you have to learn to accept Raph as a leader. Yeah, you gotta learn to accept me for who I am and being a big brother as well. And learning from Leo. from all the rest of the turtles, even though that Leonardo had always been the leader this entire time, but instead Raph was. So pretty much you gotta ask questions. What does a leader do? How can I be a leader? Or can I truly lead? Leaders don't always have to be about taking charge like that. They also have to learn to dedicate their lives by helping others and by giving other people advice and some knowledge on what to do. You gotta pass down that knowledge for others. And they have to learn and probably come up with something their own. That's what the point is of continuing leadership. What you see in others, how you see it, whether you choose or you elect yourself, or you're just you. And if you are a natural born leader, it's the same thing as being elected, or you elect yourself. Volunteering, or someone chooses you. Those are the same. Do you think your brain cells would do that? They would say something for you, whether you know yourself or not. I do not know. That's for you. That's for you. This is my message. Goodbye.